And welcome back to North of the Broad. With me now is Bren McClain. She is the author of One Good Mama Bone, a very famous book, a very famous author, and actually we go back years ago.
We need binoculars to see how far back, Robyn.
Both in television back in the 80s together, so it's good to see you again. I had never met you, but you were in, I think, the Asheville market, and I was up in Greenville, Spartanburg.
Exactly. So it's a pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Small world. Yeah, who knew? So let's talk about this book.
Okay,
and
cool.
how successful it has been. It's won awards, actually published through Pat Conroy. So how did all that come to be?
Gosh, how did it come to be? I guess just the blessings were on my head, is all I can say. You know, I tried to get this book published. And you can see, I mean, it has a mother cow on the front. It prominently features, Robyn, a mother cow named Mama Red, who's actual character in the novel. And I tried to get a New York agent, and they said, no, cows, cows. One said, does the cow talk? I said, no, it's nothing like that. And so I had the very, very good fortune of crossing paths with Story River Books, and was able to get it in front of Pat and Jonathan Haupt, who's now the executive director of the center, and just got really lucky.
And it's a story of motherhood, right? How to be a mother?
Yeah.
And is it the cow that kind of demonstrates that too?
Yes, that's exactly it. It's really about the relationship between two mothers, a woman named Sarah Creamer, a human, who doesn't think she has a mama bone, that is maternal instinct.
I see.
And it's how she steps into that world thanks to the teaching of a mother cow who comes to live in her midst.
What inspired you for this book? How did that occur?
For me to write a novel, I have to be chosen. I can't just make stuff up. Right. So for this particular book, I feel, Robyn, I was chosen twice. The little cedar starter dough piece came out of an Atlanta story, and it was about motherhood, and I knew I wanted to write about it. Right. So I wrote a failed novel, and then I really wanted to honor mothers because of my own relationship with my mom. And so I had the very good fortune of meeting Mama Red on my family's farm. Early one morning, about 5 in the morning. Oh, wow. My father had separated the mamas from the babies, and this primal, guttural cry woke me up in my parents' house. Yes.
Goodness.
I go out, and she's huddled with the other cows calling for the babies. And Robyn, I just had this experience that just chills all over my body, and I knew in front of me was the missing piece about mothers that I needed.
And you had never written a book before?
I wrote 2 other novels that were not published. Right. Okay. And so this is really what became of a failed second novel. Okay. And so, meeting Mama Red changed my life.
Wow. And now you're working on another novel.
One.
And,
yes.
Where are you in that process, and what is that about?
Well, this one also is set in South Carolina.
Right.
And this one has historical significance, not only for the state, but for the nation. The Savannah River plant.
Yes, know it well.
Know it well? Yeah,
yes.
Largest use of eminent domain in a time of peace. I got really interested in that story from the aspect of the displaced people, 6,000 people, boom, thrown off their land. And so I'm building a novel around the one story that bothered me the most, and it's inspired by a woman named Eula Bates.
Right, and so that book is in the editing phase, or how close are we to publication?
Well, what we're trying to hit, it being published next fall of 2025, because the 75th anniversary of the announcement of the bomb plant will be November 28th, 2025.
Wow.
So that's what we're trying to hit.
Yeah, my husband's father worked they called it the bomb plant.
The bomb plant.
Yeah, everybody called it the bomb plant.
Totally, the bomb plant.
Well, so that should be fascinating. I bet you've done a lot of research.
Oh, gosh.
A ton.
Oh, my gosh. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just really kind of sunk into it. And the beautiful thing is, everything I needed, all of the resources, Robyn, were given to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, You are going to be speaking at the Bluffton Library
Yes.
on April the 1st
Yes.
about, I'm sure, this book
Yes.
and your book to come.
Totally.
So thank you for being on our program
Thank
today.
you. Thank you, Robyn. It's been my pleasure.
Bren McClain.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more North of the Broad. Don't go away, everyone.